Hey, little mama.
Whoa.
I like where this is going. Giggity, giggity, giggity.
It should have been me!
Voice stop! A symbiote obviously is not wise to smash. Well, Knight, I think that's up for debate. Nope, not this time. But Knight, that was a she-Venom. And that tone though. Voice, the she-Venom is Annie Wayne. In the comics, she's the ex-wife of Eddie Brock. And even though it may be possible to smash her in that form, it does not make it wise. And why not? Well, 5 seconds before she kissed Eddie Brock in that scene, and canonically in the comics, she eats people! What? A lot of the symbiotes eat people, but they don't have to. Yes, but the point is they can, and some are very willing to do it. I know Venom will and has eaten people. Plus in the books Marvel Knights, Spider-Man number 10, Venom fused with the Spider-Man villain Scorpion. And to make a long story short, the Scorpion's personality basically affected Venom's more cannibalistic tendencies. For those of you who don't know, the symbiotes don't technically have to eat people, but they have and have been said to eat people due to the fact that they need this material called, and I can't pronounce the word, shut up. They can get this strange material from chocolate and also apparently the human brain. Well, like you just said, they don't need to eat people, they have chocolate, and if they have a host, it's cool. Most can sustain their life through various means. And one of the ways you didn't mention was receiving it from their host through their bloodstream. Yeah, receiving isn't the right word, you mean leeching. We're not just gonna skim over the fact that a symbiote is a parasite. An alien parasite needs a host to leech off of, or it will apparently die eventually. Now how long it can live by the host is up to the author, or whoever's writing the story, but more or less they need a host to leech off of. And I volunteer as tribute. Voice, why? I'm trying to find out what you can do with that tone, Knight. How many looks does it take for her to get to the center of the Tootsie Roll Pop? With all that! Voice, the tone may feel fine, but those teeth are gonna hurt like hell. And just ignoring the she-Venom for a second, symbiotes don't have a gender and they're asexual. They reproduce by cloning and splitting off a portion of themselves. And let me just add this con in because this is a big one. That's how Carnage was made. Well, Venom didn't do it on purpose. Yeah, that's not the point. He still did it. And everyone who knows Marvel Comics knows that Carnage is a problem. For those of you who don't know, this symbiote bonded with a mass murderer named Cletus Cassidy. And together, they look like this. Man looks like he kicks puppies for fun. Truly diabolical. Yeah, if you expect the black cat to care about puppies, first off, you're wrong. F them dogs.
You're a monster!
Okay, you little demon. Just for that, I'm gonna pull out my biggest con. The symbiote's origin story. Or more or less the person they come from. Knull.
I am Knull, god of the void, slicer of worlds.
Knull, also known at the time the Void God, was appointed by the Celestials, you know, these guys, to be the king in black. Apparently, Knull took on the role but rejected the responsibility. So in other words, he was like, I'ma do my own thing. And he did. He rebelled and created the first symbiote called All Black. And All Black can be described as basically an immensely powerful necro sword. They don't use that N-word so casually, white boy. What? I said necro sword. I'm not white. Hey, I don't know what's behind that mask. Racist. Shut up before I have you neutered.
I apologize for my outburst.
Long story short, Knull used All Black to behead a Celestial. He then used the Celestial's head to temper and refine his weapon. And this forging process apparently caused later generations of symbiotes to fear fire and sound. My main point is, Knull's a bad dude, and anything connected to him is not wise to smash. Well, that's still up for debate. The video is called Is It Wise to Smash a Symbiote, not Is It Wise to Smash Knull or Carnage. You're choosing the worst symbiotes and using that for an example. So, you think She-Venom and Scream is better? Yeah, they are better. Being easier to manage and weaker does not mean better. Hey, say what you want, Knight, but me and you both know that She-Venom, Eddie Brock, and Venom have a kid together. If you're referring to Dylan Brock, they didn't have them by normal means, or at least the freaky way you're thinking. It's freaky either way you look at it. Venom's basically like Kurama from Naruto watching Hinata and Naruto have, you know, a ninja battle in the bedroom. Butt ass, booty naked.
Let him cook!
Now the way Anne Wayne got pregnant with Dylan Brock is kind of a long story, so I'll explain it in a simple terms. Before Anne got pregnant with Dylan, she canonically bonded with the symbiote at least 4 times. And again, that symbiote being Venom. And the reason she bonded with Venom so many times was either to save her life or to save Eddie Brock's life. Now lock in real quick because this part's important. Anyone who fully or partially bonds to a symbiote for any length of time is left with something called a codex. Now you're probably asking, well, Voice, what is a codex? In reality, you could probably call it some freaky alien jizz. You know what I mean. But in literary terms, is the trace amounts of the living abyss left in the bodies of the symbiote hosts. Now you're probably asking, well, Voice, what's the living abyss? It's this thing. Ew! The living abyss, also known as live rubber and many other things, is an eldritch substance originating from the primordial cosmic void that existed before and between the iterations of the multiverse. You probably have no clue what that means because it's blah 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 mumbo jumbo bullshit. All you need to know is that this thing, the Living Abyss, is a part of the codex, which was inside Anne Wang, aka the She-Venom, and was inside her because of her bond with the Venom symbiote. And this codex merged with her wound, which led to her becoming pregnant with her son Dylan. Now, did Venom mean for this to happen? I don't think so. This may have more to do with the bond that her, Eddie, and Venom share. If I haven't made this clear, she is Eddie's ex-wife, and the Venom symbiote that she used is the same one that Eddie Brock used, the one that we all know as the one called Venom. Voice, from what you just said, it only really proves that Venom really doesn't get down like that. Well, obviously not in the same way as a human, but something that was inside him or a part of him went inside her, or in other words, bonded with her in her womb, and a kid came out. So what do you say to that? I say that's not smashing in the normal sense, and no one would want that to happen to them because, well, now you have a kid. I mean, just imagine getting pregnant out of nowhere and you have no clue why. In the comics, Anne Wang was traumatized by this and with the things that she did while she was She-Venom, which is why she left Dylan with his paternal grandfather, Carl, and she eventually ended herself by jumping off a roof. Oh my god, it's awful. Yeah, I know. Did she do a flip? What? I'll take your what as a no. Anyway, what Voice said just proves that it's really not even possible to smash Venom. It is possible to smash with a host. Yes, but the host is not a symbiote. I know, but he can like watch, you know, finish her off or whatever. My brother Venom is not a dude. Venom can be defined as a monster or a parasite, but not a dude. And he doesn't really even seem to have any sexual feelings towards humans. I beg to differ, Knight, because in the Venom comics, he did say one time to Eddie that he did love him. Or more or less, he said the words, "I love you," directly to Eddie. It's right there, Knight. Read it and weep. I always knew that boy Venom was gay. Venom is not gay. Again, he doesn't even have a gender. He's a black ooze. And he said this in a dramatic moment when Eddie was trapped in a blast furnace with the symbiote dragon called Grendel. So more or less, it was like a platonic type love. It's like if I said to you, "I love you." Oh, you love me? I guess. Ha! Gay? You know what? I'm leaving. Knight, man, come on, don't leave. I love you. You hear how gay that sounds? That was you just a couple minutes ago. You know what? Screw you, man. He only leaving because I'm right. It is wise to smash the symbiote, at least with the host, but y'all know what I'm saying. A symbiote can shapeshift, and when it's attached to a host, it can amplify negative emotions like anger and aggression. This can cause mood swings or extreme personality changes. So more or less what I'm saying is, the symbiote is on the right one and she's willing, it could turn a shy girl into a freak, or, you know, a violent killer who eats people. But details. When it was on Anne Wang, it turned her into a killer. And when it was taken away from her by Eddie Brock, she was disgusted with her actions because she had killed multiple people. And she even said that the symbiote made her kill those people. But Eddie Brock stated to her in this moment that the symbiote can't make you do anything you don't really want to do, which kind of explains this kiss scene here. That threesome will go crazy. You may see a monster with teeth viewer, but I see tentacles, a long tongue, and unlimited possibilities. Plus, you gotta admit, your children may come out pretty cool. If you didn't know this, Dylan Brock has powers similar to Knull. This may not be all good because Knull is kind of scary. I literally said at the beginning of this video that he cut a god's head off and used it as a forge. Plus, Knull can influence Dylan Brock because he's a symbiote hybrid. You're making it sound like sleeping with a Venom host would be worth it, even though your potential spawn in the symbiote involved could easily be influenced by this thing. But Knight, this is gonna sound crazy, but hear me out. Hear me out now. What that tongue do though? You little— He's got a gun! So anyway, you guys tell us what you think in the comments, and you guys have a great day. Voice, where you hiding? I ain't done yet. I got like 50 more bullets. Show yourself. Show yourselves.
What did you want?